Flight 327 had been in the air for a few hours when suddenly, the calmness of the cabin was shattered by the sound of gunshots. Passengers and crew members alike were caught off guard as a group of masked men stormed into the cockpit and demanded that the plane be rerouted to a secret location. The hijackers were heavily armed, and their demands were clear. They wanted the release of their leader, who was currently being held in a high-security prison. The passengers and crew were warned that any attempts to fight back would result in dire consequences. The boy on the plane, who we'll call Sam, was a brave and resourceful 10-year-old traveling alone to visit his grandparents. As soon as the hijackers took over, he knew he had to do something to help. He watched as the hijackers separated the passengers and crew, locking them in different sections of the plane. Sam was scared, but he refused to let fear get the best of him. He thought back to all the action movies he had seen and came up with a plan. He slipped out of his seat and made his way to the nearest lavatory. Once inside, he locked the door and took out his smartphone. He recorded a video message to his parents, telling them he loved them and asking them to share the message with the world if he didn't make it out alive. Then, he took a deep breath and opened the door. He ran down the aisle, shouting at the top of his lungs. The hijackers turned to face him, their weapons aimed in his direction. But Sam didn't stop. He continued to run toward them, dodging bullets and ducking behind seats. As he got closer to the hijackers, Sam leaped into action. He tackled one of the hijackers to the ground, wrestling the gun away from him. The other hijackers were caught off guard, giving Sam the upper hand. He used the gun to defend himself against the other hijackers, firing shots into the air to create chaos and confusion. The other passengers watched in amazement as the young boy fought back against the hijackers. They joined in, throwing whatever they could find at the hijackers and overpowering them. Soon, the crew was able to regain control of the plane and land safely in Denver. Sam's bravery and quick thinking had saved the day. He was hailed as a hero, and news outlets around the world covered his story. His video message to his parents went viral, and people everywhere were touched by his selflessness and courage. In the aftermath of the hijacking, Sam remained humble, insisting that he was simply doing what anyone would do in such a situation. But to the passengers on Flight 327, he would always be a hero. His act of bravery had not only saved their lives but had also inspired them to never give up hope, no matter how dire the situation.